Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Monday, September 18th, 2017. Looking at fire potential impacts over the next few days, we are looking at some really gusty winds this afternoon ahead of a cold storm system. We will see those winds gusting in the 40 to 50 mile an hour range with directions in the southwest to westerly range. Relative humidities will be quite low across some areas with minimum values between 12 and 20%. These strong and gusty winds will continue on Tuesday and Wednesday across portions of the area. This strong system will affect much of the Great Basin through midweek, bringing showers and thunderstorms to parts of the area, as well as some snow across the higher elevations of the north. With the cold front moving through, we will see temperatures 10 to 20 degrees below normal. Over the past 24 hours, there was not much in the way of precipitation across the Great Basin, and really not too much lightning either. Initial attack was light yesterday with 13 new fires reported. There are 86 ongoing fires and 2 team fires in the Great Basin. Precipitation over the past 7 days has really come up. You can see from this map on the left that there are quite a few areas that are at or above normal for the time of year. This is interesting as compared with the last 30 days, which is the map on the right, and you can see that a much smaller percentage of the Great Basin was at or above normal. So we've really seen an increase in precipitation across the Great Basin over the past 7 days. ERCs, it's no surprise with this cooler weather, have dropped across the Great Basin. Many areas are below the 50th percentile, with the majority of the remaining areas in the 50th to 70th percentile. So ERCs have dropped pretty significantly across the Great Basin over the past week. The satellite this morning shows a low pressure system moving into the northwestern part of the country. This system is the weather system that will move across the northern part of the Great Basin, bringing the cooler, more unsettled fall-like weather. So for today, again, you can see this stronger weather system moving into the Pacific Northwest. Quite a bit of moisture in place across the north. However, it'll be very windy, and so you can see from our fire potential map on the right the areas that we are highlighting for those gusty winds and low relative humidities this afternoon. Looking in a little more detail, you can see the weather forecast here on the left. The areas highlighted in green are those that will see some rain, and the blue is snow, so we could see some snow across the higher elevations of the north this afternoon. Relative humidities will be highest or lowest across the southern part of the Great Basin and much higher further north. Winds are going to be quite strong today. You can see these very strong gusty winds forecast for much of Nevada this afternoon. As we move into Tuesday, that storm system will remain across the northern part of the Great Basin, and we will see some gusty winds across southeastern Utah Tuesday afternoon with this storm system. Winds will be gusty across much of the south, but we're the most concerned about the southeast where conditions are the driest. Again, tomorrow afternoon there is a potential for some snow. You can see these blue colors in the higher terrain of portions of Idaho and Wyoming. So quite cold across the north with the potential for some precipitation further south. Relative humidities will be the driest across the southern part of the Great Basin. Winds will be gusty again Tuesday afternoon, but mainly across the southeastern part of Utah. As we move into Wednesday, a second storm system begins to impact the Great Basin, dropping into the Pacific Northwest. You can see those really strong winds expected again Wednesday afternoon across portions of Nevada and Utah. So for Wednesday afternoon, again, some showers and thunderstorms expected across the northern part of the Great Basin. Snow possible across the north, with relative humidities, again, quite high across the northern part of the Great Basin, but lower further south where we are expecting those gusty winds. And again, really gusty winds Wednesday afternoon. You can see western Nevada is looking at wind gusts, and very strong wind gusts Wednesday afternoon across western Nevada. So 30 precipitation accumulation forecasts show that really it's the northern part of the Great Basin that will see the bulk of the precipitation. Much of Idaho and portions of northern Utah and northern Nevada will see precipitation over the next 3 days. As we move into Thursday, that second storm system will be in place across the Great Basin, bringing cooler, wetter weather to much of the area. That remains largely stationary as we move into Friday, and you can see by Friday, the entire Great Basin is in that green category with the cooler, wetter weather. On Saturday, that begins to move east out of the Great Basin, and on Sunday, it continues its eastward progression. With some drier air moving into the southeast, we do see southeastern Utah moving into the low-risk category. The 7-day precipitation accumulation forecast shows that portions of western Nevada will see not too much precipitation with the storm. Most of the precipitation will be focused across Idaho, western Wyoming, and portions of northern Utah and northeastern Nevada. Finally, in the 8 to 14 day outlook, the Climate Prediction Center is calling for below normal temperatures with below normal precipitation. And that is it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. You can also find us on Twitter. Thanks.